March 8, 2014, a routine flight begins its journey. A plane takes off under a quiet night sky. 239 lives sealed inside metal and hope. No one knew this was goodbye. Experienced pilots, steady hands, clear skies. Nothing here suggests danger. Good night, Malaysia 370. The radar fades, the screen goes empty. No distress call, no warning, just silence.
This flight MH370 lost contact with air traffic control.
This morning, a new push for answers in one of aviation's greatest mysteries, the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, which vanished from radar in 2014.
The aircraft turns back against its planned path. This move was deliberate, not accidental. Military radar sees it, still flying. The plane is visible but unexplained, and yet no action follows.
Breaking news tonight, a Malaysia Airlines flight with 239 people on board, including 4 Americans, has gone missing. At this hour, a desperate search is underway for MH Flight 370, which departed Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. local time and was due to land in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. Air traffic control lost contact with the plane about 2 hours after takeoff. Whether the disappearance is due to mechanical problems, pilot error, or even terrorism is yet to be determined. ABC's Gloria Riviera is at the Beijing airport with the latest.
Cynthia, here at Beijing's International Airport, it was more than 4 hours before officials announced that anyone awaiting word on Flight 370 should head back to Beijing to meet with representatives from Malaysia Airlines. We saw many Chinese police here dispatched to keep control as so many wanted answers when there were none. The Boeing 777 aircraft, similar to the one pictured here, was carrying 239 people from Malaysia's capital to Beijing. Chinese state media reports radar contact with the plane was lost in Vietnamese airspace. The airline confirms 4 Americans on board, one of them a child. In total, there were 14 different nationalities on the flight. As the day wore on, families in tears, lacking information. The Beijing-bound flight departed Kuala Lumpur and was scheduled to land in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. It went missing 2 hours into the flight. At the airport in Beijing, the arrivals board listed the flight as delayed.
This is very rare. For an airplane to disappear is not normal. I think we have, at this hour, every reason to expect that this is not going to be a good outcome. A big airplane like this, losing radar contact, it usually ends up in tragedy. It would be over water for most of its trip, so there's a chance that this aircraft went down in the water, which is going to make the rescue or make the recovery efforts that much harder.
Passengers fall silent, one by one. A ghost plane, alone above the ocean. No control, no response, only motion. The plane was gone, but the satellites kept listening. No messages, no distress, just a signal, proving it was still flying. All paths point south toward the Indian Ocean. This is where the signals end and the search begins.
Malaysian Airlines announced the tragedy on its Facebook page. The airline's CEO saying, quote, "We deeply regret that we have lost all contact with Flight MH370. This type of jet, the Boeing 777, has a nearly spotless safety record since it began flying in 1995. Though last summer, it was an Asiana Airlines Boeing 777 that crashed while landing in San Francisco, killing 3 passengers. For Nightline, Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Beijing.
Our thanks to Gloria Riviera. Because Flight 370 was a Boeing aircraft, it is likely that American aviation authorities and the manufacturer will be involved in some way in the investigation going forward. ABC News will, of course, stay on this developing story and keep you updated with all the latest.
Fuel levels drop. One engine, then the other. No fuel, no power, no return. The engines fall silent. Gravity takes control. A final dive toward the waiting ocean. Deep below the surface, the wreck comes to rest. The ocean keeps its secret, undisturbed. Months later, a single piece appears. Pieces rise weeks later. Evidence appears, answers do not. Families wait with no closure. The largest search ever launched finds nothing. Ships scan the ocean day and night.
The biggest search in aviation history lasted for months, but found only some debris, not the main wreckage. Relatives of those lost have been left with no closure.
One day, there'll be someone will come forward and tell us what really going on, the truth.
Now, Ocean Infinity, a marine robotics company based in Texas, will deploy advanced underwater drones in a 2-month search. If they find the wreckage, they'll earn a $70 million reward. If they find nothing, they get paid nothing. Ocean Infinity searched before in 2018, but says technology has improved since then, saying scientific evidence is helping narrow down the potential crash site.
This private company has information that they think has refined the search area, and they think that it's worth going back out and looking in this new area which was not explored before.
MH370 vanished, and the world is still waiting.